Hello, and concentrate entirely on academic growth. Additionally, some shared how tuition rates may increase over time, making it financially prudent to complete their education sooner rather than later. Disadvantages of full-time study. However, full-time study is not without its challenges. And prolonged timelines can create scheduling disruptions or delays in reaching career milestones. Final considerations and supportive advice. So, how should you decide? Ask yourself, what are my financial resources and obligations? Do I have reliable support systems, personally and professionally? Am I able to commit to an intensive academic schedule right now? What is my desired timeline for graduation and licensure? Remember, this decision is not just academic, it's also personal, emotional, and relational. It's perfectly acceptable to prioritize your well-being, your family, or your financial stability. One student emphasized that their school guided them toward part-time because they believed it would increase the chance of a successful outcome. That kind of institutional support matters, and so does listening to your own inner guidance. Whether you're fast-tracking through a full-time program or thoughtfully pacing yourself part-time, you're still moving forward, and that's what matters most. As you continue to plan your academic path, stay connected with your peers, advisors, and mentors. These conversations, like the one we've drawn from today's forum, can offer encouragement, clarity, and community. Thank you for joining me on Social Work Voices. Until next time, take care of yourself, keep learning, and keep moving toward the kind of social worker you aspire to be. Please subscribe our channels. It really helps.